Oh, that's right. Good morning. You're on the East Coast, I think. My light just went off. You're on the East Coast, I think, so you're an hour ahead of me because it is 9:37 right here. So I wrote down a few things we could talk about, but if you're working, I'll just chatter along and hopefully it says there's two people. So does that it said zero, so I don't know if that's counting me as well because I made a comment. That's right, New York. I think I just said I was in Texas. So, I wrote down 4 things to talk about, one of them being scams, like emails, texts, phone calls, and so on. So, I haven't done anything with my 401k since I retired. I, like, kind of forgot about it, and I kept getting these text messages with a phone number in it that I didn't call back, and he would leave I'm sorry, voicemails. So it was, written out so I could read it, and the last name didn't come through. Um, can you hear me? Oh, okay, good. Um, so anyway, in this voicemail, it had a number to call, and I looked it up, and it said that it was somebody got scammed on that number, and the guy's last name oh, good. The guy's last name was Hess, and the translation to the written voicemail came up house. So this person, I can't even remember if it was a real person or it wasn't a real person. So I never called it back. Turns out it was legit. But I've gotten two notifications. One was email and one was text that someone has bought an iPhone on my card. And it's not true. I've looked at my bank accounts, but it's completely unnerving that urge to just go, oh my gosh, I need to contact him right now. And that's the last thing that you want to do. And it seems like I don't know if it's I have more time or there's more of them coming in. I have really no idea. Like I can think about it longer and it bothers me. Denny, it's not your turn to talk. Shh. He thinks I'm talking to him. Anyway, it really does unnerve me because I don't know when there's really a problem and when there's not. And I guess the only thing to do is go in and look at your bank, and if you every day, and if you see a charge that's not yours, act immediately. That's all I know. And I know that my daughter-in-law told me Wednesday that her grandmother, so she is, I think she's 86, she got a call from somebody that was trying to get her Medicare number and ask her information, and she told them that her daughter takes care of all of it, but, I mean, she said, "But she was such a nice lady." Well, yeah, of course they're gonna be nice if they wanna get information from you. Hi, Paula. I started blabbing and even forgot that this was a live thing. I just thought I was making a video and I just keep on talking. However, I have to remember to look up there for the camera. That's the hardest part for me of recording is where is the lens? Because it's different on everything. Some's in the middle, some's on the side. I can see a little green light here. Thank you for all your help, Paula. I really, really appreciate it. And it was nice to get a text from you this morning as well. I have friends. So this works. I'm on my Mac Studio or whatever it's called, and I can see myself, and then I can see all the comments. They're not fading. And when I went in here, it said that I could use my phone as the monitor, but I don't see what benefit that would be. Maybe it would be. I have no idea. So we have 2 people on here. I think the time that we choose to go live makes a difference. I think, I'm not sure, but I think there's more of a problem with the trolls, like, if you go later on a Friday or a Saturday night than if you're here in the morning. All those people are probably sleeping from harassing everybody the night before. Oh, thank you, Paula. Yeah, this was it's actually our, formal dining room, and we're not formal, so I repurposed it to like, it was office/bird slash bird room, but there's an adjoining room next to it, so I put my birds over there, and I'm over here. The only bad thing is sometimes they have something to say when I really don't want them to be speaking, but, you gotta take the bad with the good. I do have internet friends, and, they're from all over. I mean, not that I have so many of them, I just mean the few that I really talk to, um, everybody lives in a different area, and that makes it so interesting because we all have had different lives and different, experiences, and that's what makes it interesting instead of, like, maybe my next door neighbor that's very similar to me. Yes, the people here are very, very nice. Does anybody watch, Cynthia with Senior Insights? I think she's 76. She is slow-paced, kind, funny. I really enjoy watching her. She's got a video on every morning, and I think she does one every afternoon as well. And she's got a whole group of older ladies that just love to come and chat with her. On Saturdays, she has a board meeting and she'll say, "Okay, everybody come in and sit down. No fighting over the chairs. Some of you are gonna have to stand." I mean, she's really funny in her own way. I enjoy her a lot. I love the senior channels. No one's trying to, well, the ones I've seen anyway, no one's trying to impress each other. No one's trying to one up. We're here to make friends, share stories, be kind, be supportive. And you know what? The older we get, the more we need that. It's like we get it from our parents when we're young, starting school, and then we have a support network of friends in school, and then it moves to our jobs, and then we're retired and we're like, where is everything? Rita's Roost. Okay, I'll write that down. And people told me that I would not stay friends with the people that I worked with, and I thought, "Oh, you're wrong." But you know what? I think they're right. Rita's Roost and the Limping Old Farmer. Okay, I wrote those down. And thank you for that. But yeah, there's one girl that is 26. She's almost 27. She's pregnant with her first baby and she's due December 2nd. And um she's like, well, I'm actually old enough to be her grandmother, but she is such a dear friend to me, and I do FaceTime with her at least once or twice a week. And my ex-supervisor still contacts me from time to time. But other than the day I went in to get my car state inspected, I hear from no one, and I was shocked. I thought everybody was wrong, but no. I left the friendships, I mean, I guess I could kinda cultivate it, but I thought I would be missed, and they'd be like, "Oh, you know, come back and see us," or "Let's go have coffee," or "Let's go for a" nothing. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Everybody is busy, and I'm busy too, just a different kind of busy. I'm a fun busy now. Before it was a stressful, unwanted busy. Canning, quilting, funny and sweet. Is it just canning and quilting? Is that the name? I'm actually, skipping the senior center this morning. It starts at 10 o'clock, and I hurt my wrist, and I did not. Okay, I see that. Yeah, I have to cultivate it on my own simply. I forgot your first name. I know I've asked it before. Rita. Um, Rita is on The canning? Oh, Rita's Roost. Okay, I'm confused, but I can find them, I'm sure. Um, Rita's Roost, yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm always looking for new channels. And actually, yesterday I went through and I started kind of weeding out things that I really don't watch anymore because when I was working, I would always have something like Hulu on or Netflix, and even some of the crime stories, which those can actually be kind of depressing. So, Regina, okay. Thank you. That's one of the reasons I changed my channel name so my name was in it because other people were having that same problem. But Regina, I apologize. I should know your name. No, I've asked it more than once. But so I'm unsubscribing from some of those crime, well, probably all those crime channels because it's kind of depressing and although they are entertaining, but it doesn't take me so many to weed through when I'm like, "Oh, I want to watch a long video," and I know who typically posts longer videos, or I need a 10-minute while I'm getting ready type thing. I'm still close with all the other school counselors. We're a small town. We meet for dinner. I bet so, Paula. I bet so. And I bet they really miss you as a school counselor there just because of your peppy attitude. Um, yeah, but I guess if they were true friends, then we probably would, like you said, cultivate. It wouldn't be like just it shouldn't be just on one person. But at least it's good here because you can get on and make a whole new community of friends, even though we can't really meet in person, most of us. Just sharing what's going on is so nice. We're not gonna get political. He has sort of a comb over, that's my thoughts. No worries, I'll always ask. I put in the descriptions, folks don't wonder. So, Paula, when I was on yesterday and I did that, um, what do you call it? When I made you moderator, does that I don't have to set that every time because I see your moderator. Politics timed out. Okay, good, that's good to know because I thought, like, you had to, like, select them. Um, Now you watch yes, you watch I know you watch Sally, and there was one more that I thought we had in common. Okay, good to know, Paula, good to know. Yeah, it's funny, you really can get a good feeling about somebody just listening to them, especially on a live, how they interact with other people, and that's what I liked was, the very first live I saw of you, and that was so many people saying the off-color comments and how you handled it. I mean, you were pretty quick with it because they were coming in fast, and that's what really I was like, "Oh, I am not capable of doing a live," and I don't think I have anything, really set except I put a few seconds delay on it, but I know you had said that there was bad words, and I didn't, okay, Karen, a YouTuber over for well, then who is Kaz? Does Karen go by Kaz? Okay, Regina, we'll just keep chattering then, or at least I will keep chattering. I'm one of those people that leaves a voicemail and it will become so long, I stop and pause and I'm like, "Why aren't they saying anything back?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm leaving a voicemail." Okay, okay. Yeah, I hope I can get on that tonight, Paula, because, I went into StreamYard and I didn't get the free version. I got the 7-day trial and I couldn't see where else to do it, so I guess I'll just go back I'll try to delete that subscription, and when I delete it, then hopefully I can still have a free version. And now that I've got this live set up, hopefully it will go smooth as long as I don't even know whether to do it on my tablet or on my desktop because my husband got me this Mac Studio for Mother's Day, and I kinda just recently started using it more for editing because the screen is so much bigger. But, like, email and all that, I always check on my tablet, so I'm gonna have to make sure I have my email on here where I can get in so I can go to the link. Is that question for me, Sibro? I worked for a car dealership for 30 almost 32 years, and I've been in the car business since 1977. I've worked at 3 different dealerships, always on the service side, which was very convenient when my kids became of driving age because I had the ability to know which cars were, a good price as well as which cars were mechanically sound to put your child in. It was funny, one time I was looking at this white Accord V6, it was probably around 2000 and I don't know, 7 or 8, and it had just been traded in over the weekend, it was on a Monday, and I went over and I said, "I'm interested in this car for my daughter, how much is it?" And he opened a some kind of a stocking card, it hadn't been put in the computer yet, and he said, $6,000. And I was like, "Okay, that sounds like a good price, I'll get back to you." And then someone else I worked with said, "Hey, I'm looking to buy that white V6 Accord out on the lot." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well," I said, "if you want it, you go ahead. I inquired about it this morning." And the person said, "Well, I'm not sure. The only thing is because they told me it's $11,000." And I was like, "How unfair is that?" We both worked there, but I got a price that was way cheaper, less than half the price. I don't know about Sally because I know when I first woke up, I put my phone on and it said she was live. So I hurried, went to the bathroom, made my coffee. I have to read a chapter of my Bible first. And by the time I got that done, she was gone. Artfully becoming. Hi, I don't know how to say your name. Is it Yah? SJA? No, you can't tell me how to pronounce it. It should be easy. It's 3 letters. I'm good. I don't know if I feel like I'm in the honeymoon period or not. I feel like I had a transition of one day where I was actually like bored, and I actually did a video on that. And I realized it's because I had such a habit of trying to work was focused on Monday, Tuesday. Those were like 12-hour days, sometimes as little as 10. And then when the rest of the week would come, and be like, laundry, vacuuming, shopping, all the things. And I realized that I was still doing that. I was rushing, get everything done so the end of the week would be smoother for me. Now I'm like, no, I can go, all right, I'm going to vacuum today. Maybe not. I'll do it tomorrow. So I just had to like learn to mix the fun with the chores, not do all chores one day where it's not very fun or not feel guilty because I didn't do anything, but kind of have a good mixture of like, this is fun for me. So then I'm going to do something that's not so fun, except I did work in the yard and cleaned the pool out yesterday. So that's something. It's Friday. Maybe I'm done. I did laundry too. Well, when do you want to tire, Regina? I know you've talked about it before. And is your hubby already retired then? Mm, we are having coffee chatting. I love coffee. I use a Keurig machine, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's not real coffee. It's not real coffee." For me, if I use a regular electric brewing coffee pot, that first coffee is absolutely amazing, but every cup after that is not. So I would rather just have a Keurig and every cup is really good. Maybe not amazing, maybe not perfect, but that's what I think. Oh, you don't drink coffee? Well, that really changes things, Paula. I'm having a blueberry fizzy drink. I got away from carbonation, um, I guess just kinda like when I quit drinking soda in 2019, and I tried a carbonated water, and I did not like it. I didn't like that feeling in my mouth anymore. Oh, he's a music teacher, okay, like of small children or adults? The elementary school I went to was out in the country. Well, I was at this school for 2 years. This whole school had 1 piano, and our teacher's name was Mrs. Nichols, and she would go down this hallway in the school and roll her piano in, and, she would play songs and we would sing, and then she would fold everything down and move on to the next room, so music class was a different time for everyone. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about, yeah, the percolator where the little basket and the grounds go through it? I've made it like that, but boy, it's been a long time ago. She rolled the piano like it was on wheels, and she pushed it down the hall into the classroom, and then she had cymbals and drumsticks and little drum pads, and so we would all well, not all of us, she didn't have enough for everybody, but somebody would play the cymbals, we would all sing, and then when she finished, because it was a small country school, not a lot of funds, and she would fold the piano key cover down, fold her books up, and then she'd move on to the next room. And she ended up being my, flute teacher when I started flute in 5th grade, and, she had a dog. I don't know what kind of dog it was. It was a tall, tall poodle, and he had the traditional poodle cut with the puffy head and puffy ears and puffy feet. I came in on my first visit, and she said, "Just go ahead and sit down on the couch, I'll be right back." And she walked out of the room, and her dog walked over to me and went, "Er," and I just sat perfectly still, and it was the '70s, so I had these lavender low-waisted bell-bottom pants on that had, like, the dingle balls, white dingle balls, like, we put in the up above the visor on the cars. I had those around the pant legs. That dog came up there and pulled every one of them off of one of the pant legs, and when she came back in, she's like, "Oh my gosh," whatever the dog's name was, she goes, "What have you done?" And I was like, "I thought he was gonna bite me," so I just sat still. Anyway, when I got home, I just pulled the dingle balls off the other pant leg, and I just kept wearing them. Oh, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Yeah, those are kind of the mean age. Very mean. When I was in 6th grade, my teacher was on her she had taught 1st grade 1 year out of college, and then she went to 6th grade, and we were pretty rough on her. I'm sure we all have so many funny stories from elementary school. Middle school's tough. Middle school's tough on the teachers, the whole staff, as well as the kids. Everybody is not having a good time there. My daughter had a pool party in 7th or 8th grade, and a bunch of the kids came in. We had a house that had like windows, all windows going into the backyard with a glass door, an open, like a French door. And then we had like a living room set up like in this family room. And then the kitchen was like part of the family room. Everything was tiled. It was great for having a bunch of kids in, um, wet swimming suits and stuff to come in. And these kids were screaming and they were so loud and they were bumping into my baker's rack. And, I was afraid something was going to get broken. And I screamed, spam call. I screamed so loud, "Shut up." My husband came running out. I guess he thought I was gonna kill somebody, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "These kids are out of control." And I said, "You people are the reason middle school teachers are mean. Settle down. If you can't settle down, go outside until you can." And it was a happy ending story. It didn't phase them. They didn't care that I yelled at them. Of course, the ones that knew me didn't care, but even the ones that didn't know me very well were unfazed. Oh, I bet they did love him. I had a choir teacher in high school that I felt like that about. His name was Mr. Good, and his wife was my English teacher, and she didn't like me, but her husband did, and he was so kind and so patient, and I really, really liked him. It was back when afros were a thing. He was a white guy with a big afro, but it looked good. Kinda like, Bob Ross, but bigger. I know, Paula, those kids are they're tough. They are tough, and you have to be tough as parents, and you have to be tough as, well, anyone else dealing with them. Everywhere from teachers to churches to, oh my goodness. Think they get up that day and go, "What can I do today?" See if I missed anything. New York Public School Library. So, Peter middle school students. Okay. So let me see where I can see how long this is. Um, oh, I see. There it is, right in front of me. 29.3. I don't want to keep you all too long. This isn't like a very active live, and I can just keep chattering to the point where I even forget I'm not on a phone call. Just keep right on babbling. Many parents yell and threaten, but never carry out effective discipline, and others don't want their kids held accountable. Yes, that's true. And I had two kids that were complete opposite ends of the spectrum. My son, I always said, would by the time he was the oldest, 18 months old, I could say, "You sit here on the couch and don't move." And he would say, "Okay." And I could come back and he'd still be there. Now, I didn't do that to him, but he was very compliant, very easygoing, very happy little baby. And then when my daughter was born, she was a completely different story. She didn't sleep through the night till she was 18 months old. She had, oh my gosh, she was so anxious all the time. And so she went to juvie for the first time in the summer of her eighth grade, going into ninth grade. She broke into a school and with a sheriff's daughter, no less. And they did some damage in there, spreading glue on some wood floors and extinct or firing off all the fire extinguishers. And I mean, it was a mess. So I always said I had one kid. Oh, so my son went to work for the police department right when he was starting college or maybe his senior year of high school. He's still there and he is going to be 39 in November. He's a sergeant now. So I always said I had one running from the law and one working for the law, and that wasn't too far from the truth. Unfortunately, we lost my daughter in 2021, but um, I've pretty much recuperated from that. Once I get stuff together, I would like to tell her story. It's a story that um, maybe a lot of people that wouldn't know me would not really feel bad about. I'll put it that way. Oh, thank you, Paula. Yeah, it was difficult. It's like when because she died of an overdose. And I have some of her journals, and she went through rehab many, many times, and well, not many, many, I think 3. But she reached the point where her brain changed and she wasn't herself anymore, and she abandoned everything that she used to love. So that was hard to see, but I did feel like it was coming when the police came to the door. She lived in a neighboring city, and I just knew what they were going to tell me. And they were right. They found me because she died in March of 2021. And in January of 2021, we had a little bit of snow on the ground, and she had posted a sledding video in a city park. And I put in the comments, "I love you, Sarah." And her comment back was, "I love you too, Mom." So when they found her, um, they looked at her Facebook, and because she referred to me as Mom, was how they found me, because our last names aren't the same. Thank you, Paula. I look forward to telling it too. I have to be careful how I tell it because it's not it I don't want it to be a pity story. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I want to be an example of being able to move on from what has been the most devastating thing to me was losing her. And then my mom died almost to the day a year later. And then the following year in 23, my ex-husband died overnight and he was remarried also, but we weren't like buddies necessarily, but we saw each other from time to time and we met when we were 15. We were married for 15 years. We had two kids together. So, I mean, we were beyond civil. We were friends. Like as soon as we found out that she had passed, he immediately came over to our house and sat and talked with us. And so that was hard on me, somebody from my childhood that I had spent 18 years with, married and dating, that he was moving cross country twice with him. I mean, we had a lot of memories together. So that was tough. And then the following year, 24, my dog, my little Yorkie, died. So this is 2025. Will it be free from trauma? Yes, a lot of parents do need to learn how to suffer that loss, and I think where I finally came to terms with it was, something I read in the Bible, and I'm not good at quoting unless I just read it, but basically, I feel like she was a gift from God, and she was here as long as she was supposed to be here, and He gave her to me, and He took her back. But I do believe that our souls are eternal, and we choose where they go. It's either a very hot place or it's a very good place. Yeah, well, we're more than halfway through 2025, so onward. Hi, Debbie Sue. Thank you for stopping by. Walmart, one of the places that's not my favorite, but I end up there a lot. Oh, wow. In the Navy, she lost her son in the Navy at off time. I don't know what off time means. Does that mean he was not serving or he was on leave? Any way you lose your child, I feel it's absolutely devastating. For me, because of the way I lost mine, a lot of people don't feel bad about it. They feel like, "Well, she deserved it." And did she? Well, yes, she did it, but I mean, before she got that way to what she was when she lost her life, no, that's not what she wanted. I asked her one time, "What do you wish you could do different in your life?" No, a good, what do I wanna call it? Where she was of the right state of mind, and she said, "I wished I would have never taken that first pain pill," because she knew what road it took her down after she was already on it. Unfortunately, it dead ended. Oh, look, everybody knows each other. That's so nice. Are you guys ready to go? It's been 37 minutes. I don't wanna keep people on here because you're just being nice. Every person who dies of an overdose is sometimes child, sister, friend. We know this. Yes, that's true, and I mean, I saw, like, different times I had taken her to the hospital or the doctor, or, she had overdosed twice before the final one, and I think she was, I'm not exactly sure why, if she was angry or what the reason was, but she had a police officer outside her emergency room door, and they were, like, sliding glass doors. And when I went in, the officer wanted to know who I was, and I said who I was, and this was during COVID, so it was like you got 1 visitor a day, and they got a wristband, and then you got no other visitors, but I could come and go as often as I wanted to, and the officer stood with the door open until she saw my daughter's reaction to me because she was angry, and I basically just stayed quiet until she calmed down. But the way I saw the staff treat her, I've been in an emergency room before too, and the way the staff treated her was completely different than the way they treated me in the same hospital, not like, one that is like the hospitals that you don't have to have insurance to go into, and sometimes it's a little rougher crowd that's in there. This wasn't like that, but they just treated her like she was absolute trash, and she still was. She was a human being. Yeah, and you can't say anything really because it will only make it worse when you're not there. They should. My ex-mother-in-law was an ER nurse she lived in Santa Clara, California, and she worked for Kaiser in San Jose, and she was kind of I don't want to say mean, but maybe bitter and slash harsh woman. And she said, "We get a lot of the chain fights, knife fights, people just coming in beat up and bloodied." And she said, "They're all on drugs." And she goes, "If I blow your vein, too bad. I don't care. I'll just tie you down and do it." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness. That's not what that's not what I thought nurses and doctors signed up to be." But yes, exactly. I think that she was a bitter person for some choices that she made, and she's since passed on. But she was very unhappy in her life. I just think that you need to take more precautions when you get somebody in that might be homeless or doesn't look like they've taken care of themselves. You need to wear gloves and things like that because you don't wanna get sick from them, but they need to be treated fine. Yeah, it is. Unhappy nurses, yes, this is very true. I was talking with somebody through the comments. It was a guy that, doesn't eat very many carbohydrates, and I don't either. I haven't since 2019, and my, blood results kept getting better and better and better the more the longer I stayed off of carbs, and so he got into the nitty-gritty of this and that with cholesterol, and I said, "Yeah, I don't really remember all that, but I do remember telling my, doctor, 'Hey, you know what? If you look here at my blood results and what I was eating, and you look here at what my blood results are that I'm eating, I don't need to go on a statin. I need to keep doing what I'm doing.'" She had this notebook in her hand and she went tap, 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 tap. And she goes, "Do you need something, Dad?" Okay. Anyway, she taps with her pencil and she goes, I know what you're saying is true, but by law, I have to tell you this." And not very long after that, I got a letter in the mail that I was dropped from being a patient. So that's what they wanna do. They want to I shouldn't categorize them all together. That is what a lot of doctors are instructed to do is tell you certain things and prescribe medications. I have seen the thumbnail for it on Debbie Sue, Mrs. Beasley. I have not watched it yet. I actually saw it this morning just before I went back to get ready to, get dressed for the day. Is she still here or did she leave? She probably left because she was shopping, but she's so sweet. I've tried to figure out in her background, she's got the, Oh, that's fine. I mean, I realize I just keep on talking and I wasn't even looking to see if anybody's commenting. I tell you, I can talk. I think my husband is grateful that I started this YouTube channel because I'm much quieter when he gets home from work because I've got it out of my system. He was off duty celebrating with friends at the time. Accident occurred off duty. Oh, yeah, that really is. That really is. And so you never fully recover from it. I need to make a cheat sheet of channel channel names and then have the person's name next to it so I don't have to ask and it'll look like I just remember. Paula, you just found do you want me to say Mrs. Paula or is Paula okay? I don't wanna offend you. My parents lost a son at 16 car accident. I was only 3. Oh, man. Man, car accidents claim a lot of them. Okay, Paula. Yeah, my daughter had a really bad car accident where she hit a pole and she broke her hip joint in 3 places, and they said if she woulda stood up, her leg woulda went up through the center of her body and killed her, and she broke stuff in her hand, and, she was driving in a state of mind she shouldn't have been. So that probably actually saved her, but she wouldn't have the wreck had she not been driving in that condition. It was 2020, days before COVID lockdown, so getting a funeral together was almost impossible. Yeah, COVID was so hard for anybody to do anything when there was, illness or death or anything like that. My mom was in a nursing home, uh, during COVID, and my dad couldn't see her, but they put a chair in the courtyard and let them look at each other through the window while they talked on the phone, and that was the best they could do. Luckily, my sister is a new grandma now. That helps a lot, it really does. My 2 little grandboys, they're gonna be the only 2 I get, but, oh, they are so amazing. I wish that the internet wasn't what it was like because, so dangerous to put children on there because, boy, they would be posted all the time, and I still haven't figured out how to, get their little faces, can't blur it out. I One day I will, but the things they say, listening to them, interacting with them is amazing. That was insane an insane time. We left my school and didn't return till the following year. Yeah, some of the videos I saw where they're doing, Zoom schooling, um, were pretty funny. I mean, you had kids, how could it not be? Yeah, are you afraid simply Regina, are you afraid to just put Regina on there, or are you talking about your last name too? I had one guy that, I changed my email address on the contact through YouTube, and he continually harassed me through email. So I don't remember how I handled that, if I blocked him or what, but I remember one okay, good. Yeah, but I know people don't wanna change their last name, Regina, but, um, yeah, I should remember it. It's not even a common name that I hear a lot. And I think it was kindergartners or very young children where there was a bunch of them on there, and they were claiming that the teacher farted, and oh my gosh, did they get the giggles. It was so funny. I mean, it could have been anything that they heard, but that's what they ran with. Yeah, well, I just need to get better and remember to make my cheat sheet, and then you'll think, "Oh, yay, she remembered my name." Sally's trying to find me. Oh, are you are you talking to me or are you talking to Regina? Dad, do you wanna say hi on my live video? Well, no, come and say hi. I've got 3 friends on here, come say hi. No? You don't want to? Okay. You don't make friends? Okay, alright. Oh, I don't know why. Does sh I wonder if she's on the top, if you go to live, you can see everybody that's live? No, that was my dad. My hubs is at work. He was gonna say something to me, and he saw me blabbing away at the computer, so he walked off, so I invited him to say hello, and he doesn't want to. He kinda thought he might wanna start a YouTube channel, and then he decided he didn't want to. If he wanna do a video with me, I'd be game for it. I have a simply email address, but I don't know if my last name would show up if I reply to the emails I get. It Regina, it should show me, "Hey, Dad, Paula says hello." "Dad, my friend Paula says hello." He said hello back. You don't wanna just give a quick wave? Just give a quick wave. Okay. Regina says hi too. Um, so I've got like 3 or 4 different Gmail, email addresses. So anyway, so, like, if I go to send something to my dad, I'll make it my, like, personal Gmail, but if I'm gonna send to somebody on YouTube, I make it my you the one that's just for YouTube, and it doesn't have any of my name in it. We do need more senior channels, and he's actually pretty funny. Um, he is Hey, Sally, you made it! I was saying earlier that, when I first got up, I went to check how my sleep score was, and then I tapped on YouTube, and I saw you were live, so I hurry, I went to the bathroom, made my cup of coffee, I have to read the Bible first. That was a promise that my mom made to God, and so when she passed, I am carrying that promise on. And I really fought with it. I was like, "Oh, God will understand." Nope, that was my promise. So by the time I got done with that, you were gone. Oh, thank you, Paula. Yes, you can be a moderator. I was gonna tap. I don't think it's a touch screen. So let's see. Um, add as moderator. Okay, so I picked managing moderator. Is that what you are, Paula? Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's what you both. You whoa, whoa! I just lost my screen. Oh, there I am. Yeah, both of you are the same. You're both managing moderators. Thank you, Sally. This has been well, it shows on mine. I just went into Paula's and it says remove as managing moderator. Doggone it. And then on yours, Sally, there's not 3 dots next to Sally's. I don't know why. Oh, it says no standard. Okay. But it says remove as managing moderator. I don't know what that means. Oh well. Oh, doggone it. I did it again. But this is kind of nice. There's only 5 people here and I'm feeling comfortable. And as you can see, I can keep on talking and forget that people are commenting because I think I'm just making a video. And I have made a few videos where I just go on and on way too long. I just have to do away with it. Yes, remove us from managing moderator and make it standard, or we cannot comment. Oh, but okay. Remove as managing moderator. Now go back and put add as moderator and standard. Save. Okay. Okay, so they're both standard. It seemed like the managing one was better, but okay. Oh, Okies is here. Hey, I watched your video on composting. I like the outdoor gardening stuff, but our backyard is almost all concrete because of a pool, and then there's a little side yard for the dogs. And oh gosh, I haven't worked in a garden since I was a kid. But I think just like some tomatoes and cucumbers would be nice. And I know you can do them in pots, but we are patio covered and there's just not like a good place to put them. Okay, Paula. I thought if you were nice enough to do it that I don't know what the difference is, but yes, I know I can use buckets, Okies. I know, but I don't. Regina, I don't know if people watch all my videos or not. When I first started, I went into the analytics and I could see that line of where people drop off. And I made a choice at that point to not look at it anymore because I don't want to get caught up in trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm just going to keep going, and I think my videos have gotten better the longer I've been doing it. And the people that actually um, share some common interests with me and get to know me, I think they'll stay, and the other people won't. And that's okay. It's not a race. I don't see a finish line in the distant future. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm having a ball. Yeah, because like it doesn't matter. Like Paula, I remember watching you when you were washing your dishes and you were doing a live and you're like, I'm gonna do them as fast as I can, and you're going, you're going, you're going. And I was like thinking in my mind, who's gonna watch somebody do dishes? And because it was Paula and because of the people that were saying stuff to her, it was completely enjoyable. So that's what I mean. Once you get to know somebody, then it's like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Did you have fun? Oh, it wasn't fun. Well, I mean, it sharing our experiences after we get to know the people is everything. Yes, Okies, I think that would be a good idea. I need to get a little more tech savvy or let somebody else do it because I'm not the person for the job. I did 2 lives yesterday, which 2 were not successful. The 3rd one, I did not go on. Um, I thought I had more time to work out what I was doing. It's a very good attitude. I think that those who watch it depends on if they pay or not for YouTube. Yeah, that's true, and then there's also a lot of people that watch YouTube that pay for the, ad-free. So, I mean, that's what I'm on too, but, of course, I don't have enough subscribers yet to even get to the point of being monetized. I don't even know how many watch hours I have. So, I don't know if I wanna do that anyway. I don't because I don't think it pays very good, unless you're really big. So, I don't wanna hassle with that. I just wanna keep getting to know more people and interacting with them. And, if I made a point of this on one of my videos that if, you have a baby and, you're feeding it, nursing it, bottle feeding it, whatever, changing its diapers, you don't expect in a couple of months that baby's gonna get up and walk away. You have to nurture it, take care of it, spend time with it, and raise it until it can walk. And that's kind of the way my YouTube channel is. I'm gonna kind of nurture it and go along with the flow. And, I do sometimes I get up and I've lost 4 or 5 subscribers. And I don't know why that is, but if they don't want to be here, I certainly don't want to force them. I will have you on my live sometime. I just sent you a link, or you click on and it brings you in. Okay. For instance, the watch time you get from me will be less so I don't get commercials. For instance, the watch time you get from me will be less so that I don't get commercials. Are you meaning that there's commercials on my videos, Regina? Yeah, that's how I feel too, Paula, because I feel like the different channel types, if I was teaching somebody something or I was trying to sell something, I think that's fine, but just sharing and getting the feedback from people is enough of a benefit to me. And then also, YouTube is good for filming my grandsons that I can't put the videos on here, but I can put them in the unlisted category, and then I send them off to family members through email and text messages. So they still get to be seen, but it's a nice place to store my videos. I pay for Premiere as well. I don't get any commercials, but I think they still get credit because we're paying for it. I think you're right, Sally, about that, that they still get the credit for the because we're paying for the commercial. But I know some of you can see little breaks in the red line along the bottom where there are commercial breaks, and some people have so many. I think she means premium, not Premiere, Paula. I think my premium is just under $26 a month. It didn't take? Okay. Sally, let's oh, I see your name is add as moderator, standard, save. There. No, but it didn't why is that not taking? And then it says remove a standard moderator. Why does it say that? It says managing moderator can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live and also has capabilities of standard moderators. Standard moderators can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Okay, let's try again. Standard and save. Sally D is now a standard moderator for your channel. It didn't turn blue. Oh, now you're blue. Yeah, I heard you say that one time that your son pays for your premium. That's really a nice gift. I think it's so worth it because I don't especially now that I'm not working, we got rid of Netflix and Hulu, and those together, pay for, um, YouTube. And funny thing, my husband got a notification from Netflix that they needed his new, information to pay for his subscription, and he went back and looked, and he hadn't paid for Netflix in 2 years, and they never caught it. He still went ahead and canceled it, though. Okay, Regina, thank you so much for stopping by, I appreciate it. I probably need to go too, it's been over an hour. We got the Power Sally ninjas. Oh, Sally, your teeth. What you got bad news about, Okies? I just got back from the oral surgeon again. Are you talking about your appointment yesterday or you went back again today, Sally? I think it must be yesterday because I told you I ended up getting those 2 implants. I feel a joke coming. Oh, okay. Yeah, he is dad joke, right? All of my pumpkin bread is gone. Well, who ate it, Okie? What'd they say, Sally? Are you gonna get, some more work done on it? Okie probably ate it. Yeah, see? It is still gone. You need to make a double recipe. Today I went there and they put that filling back in. I made a video. Should I post it? Absolutely. That's part of your journey to get your mouth healed and we're all interested. I can't believe the pricing thing. I mean, that was we're not talking about a couple $100. I mean, that was so much more money. It went from 4 was it 14 to 43 or something like that? Hey, be cranky in it. That's real life. I mean, if you don't wanna share it with everybody, just do it as a, unlisted and send it to the people you want it to go to, and then we can look at it and we're like, "Oh, good idea. Don't put that up," or we may go, "No, it was hilarious. We understand. We've been there before. Glad it wasn't us." What do you call a doctor who drops out of medical school? A dentist. Don't they go to a lot of school? I don't know. I thought they had to go to school beyond being a doctor. I thought they were a doctor and then they went to school to be a dentist. I absolutely hate dentists. They don't know what they're doing. I don't think they follow the rules or go back to school. They just get some pliers and mess around digging in there. I have had one dentist that I did not like, and then I guess 2 a total of 2. The dentist that I really, really liked, retired, and he sold his business, and I did not like those, new group that came in, but I have a dentist now that I really, really like. Your son grew zucchini bread? Now that's a plant I could get into having. I had a little garden patch when I was a kid. I don't know, it was probably like 5 by 3 feet, and it wasn't a very good spot because it was in a carport, so it was kinda like the sun had to come in from the side, and it wasn't very long. So my mom said, "You can plant whatever you want to in this area." And I was in probably 5th grade. I planted carrots and bachelor button flowers. And because the soil wasn't very deep, the carrots were super short and fat. Man, I don't eat bread anymore, but I should do, like, banana bread, zucchini bread, and, pumpkin bread, all those, like, when it's gotten cold and you put it in the toaster and you put some butter on it, that's really good. Oh, thank you, Sally. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm not making a video and I just keep talking. And then I have to go, "Oh, I have to read messages." Thank you, Paula. Y'all are too kind. That's just because you're my friends. See, now I'll have to decide whether I'm gonna leave this up or I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. I don't know. Nobody's probably not enough people will watch it. It will probably make a difference anyway. Thank you, Sally. I love you ladies too. I don't know Okies well enough to say that yet, but Sally and Paula, I do. And even, oh, she's not here anymore. Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue is a sweetheart. Okay, Paula. Oh, Sally, you guys are too nice. I knew how to pick good friends. Look at this. You guys are pumping me all up. I have to think of a video idea for today. Do you guys do that? You'll think of something and then you write it down and then you have like a list going and then depending on what you feel like that day, is what you make your video about. I know oh, is it Simply Debbie Sue? I think her channel name is Simply Debbie Sue. I can look. She's precious. See if I can find this really quick. There's that. Yeah, there she is. Simply Debbie Sue, Debbiesue. And she had a video up. I don't know if it was 2 videos or 1, but she had a new sink that she wanted put in with a new countertop, and they had purchased it 3 years prior, and her husband didn't get around to putting it in, and I guess she was soft-spoken and wasn't demanding, and so it went 3 years. I'm assuming that's not her words, those are mine. But when the time came to put the new sink in and this countertop that she dearly loved, it was warped and they couldn't use it. So she had to go back to, I think they went to Lowe's and buy a new countertop that was not her first choice. And she was very sad about it. Okies is unlovable. He is a jerk. I hate living with him. Is this like a me, myself, and I Okies? Yes, Okies were coming over, make us some tea. Actually, I missed something up here. Oh, you 2 girls should go. Let's see, I know one's in Tennessee. Oh, you guys are far apart though because Sally is in Pennsylvania, I think, and Paul is in Tennessee. You guys would have a road trip to have a road trip, but you could do a Thelma and Louise and video it. That would be a good video. Who does Oki's impressions? I would try if I knew what it was. I've only watched one of his videos, and I know he had sunglasses on the inside of the house. Oh, is it a video on your channel, Paula, or did you do it on a live? Oh, well, you gotta start somewhere. I'm planning to go see Heather. It's supposed to be next week, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel. She's in Ohio, 5 hours away. Oh, okay, Paula. So, Sally, is Heather a relative or a friend? I do coffee, bring your own tea. I like iced tea. I don't like hot tea very much. Once in a while, a hot herbal tea is fine, but and I never make sun tea very often, but I do like it. I like those true oh, the little drink mixes they called. Be right back. Oh, True Lime makes them. Oh, down a little bit. This one's currently my favorite, the black cherry. It has stevia sweetener in it, and it's really good. I dilute it quite a bit, but it's really good. She doesn't have a channel, but I'm trying. Ladies, I know Oki's first name. Ha ha. She doesn't seem to have a channel, but I'm trying to make her have one. She does a lot of flower gardens. Do you like them, Paula? Um, when I went over let me answer Sally really quick. Yes, there's a lot of people that like the gardening stuff. I used to grow a lot of flowers and I since stopped. I went with all fake flowers and I'm good with that. I still have to weed them, unfortunately. Um, when I had my big cup over at my grandkids' house, it was last week, and I had this very cup. It says some of yesterday's in it. I had this cup sitting up on the kitchen counter. The 5-year-old grabs it. Mm. He keeps sipping it. He hands it to his brother. He says, "I can't wait till I'm old enough to drink this." Well, you kind of just did. I live near Sally. I live near. I almost said Lubbock because I read that. I live near Dallas, about 20 minutes north of Dallas. Paul, do you prefer plain water? We have one of those Berkey water filters, and I have an aluminum bottle of water that I keep going in that. But I like a little bit of flavor. I mean, I just feel like I've given up so much. I rarely eat carbs and they're very small. I just need flavored drink. How far is that from Lubbock? That's where my son lives. I wanna say less than an hour. Oh, okay, Paula, that's good. Yeah, I know somebody was asking you if you were drinking moonshine because you were drinking out of a jar. You know, I have a hard time except for coffee. I do fine with the sipping, but I put a cold drink with ice in and I need to sip it out of an open just dump it down myself. I'm gonna see how far Lubbock is. Oh, it's further than I thought. I must be remembering a different city because I know one of my son's friends went to college, and I thought it was in Lubbock. It's 304 miles away. So, yeah, 5 hours and 12 minutes.
Let's go.
Oh, not now. But anyway, yeah, that is a lot further than I thought it was. Is he, does he have a career over there in Lubbock? I don't know anything about Lubbock. Okay, let's see. Blueberry Bings, caffeinated fizzies, and tea. Like Mountain Diet Mountain Dew. I love Diet Dew, but can't have it in the house. I just got a flash when you said can't have it in the house. When I was with my grandkids on Monday, they wanted to watch, I think it was Toy Story 3, and there's a toy box, and as soon as the toy box lid is closed, the toys come to life, and then when the kids open it, they're not, you know, they're just laying there. And when you said you can't have it in your house, I like envision him in the pantry. Yeah, I can't have that Diet Mountain Dew. They're just nuts in my house. Oh my, I was thinking of visiting him. I could stop by and take you to lunch. Oh yeah, if you did come through, I would definitely meet you. I would guzzle it all. Oh, okay. I had a friend that really loved, loved, loved Mountain Dew. We would go to drive-in theaters and back the pickup up and, have like padding and stuff in the bed of the truck and watch our drive-in movie. And she always wanted to stop by 7-Eleven and get her a big gulp with Mountain Dew in it. Not the diet, just the regular. Sally, would you make that a drive all by yourself from um, Pennsylvania to Texas? I don't mind being in the car for a little bit, but I don't want a long ride. Okay, Paula, friends, I have to go to the store. I really hate to leave, but I'll drive out of service shortly. Evie, this has been very successful. I go, Evie. Thank you. Well, you know what? It's been an hour and 16 minutes, and I need to get up and move around. And I appreciate all the support I had here. I had fun. It was actually much better than I thought it was going to be. And now I need to find the button to end this. So, hey, all, Zed's aunt's husband died in a plane crash. I love all of you. I don't know that I know who Zed is. I'm sorry to hear that, though. I didn't even hear of a plane crash. Oh, that's very sad. Okay, y'all take care, and I'll see you out there on YouTube. Oh, Chef Zed. Okay, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think somebody referred me to that channel. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Okay, y'all take care, and I'm gonna figure out how to. Oh, there it is, end stream. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you very much. Bye.